G'day guys, it's John from theproductivegarden.com and I'm here with another update from the balcony. Now things are going pretty well, things are growing as I expect, there's nothing spectacular going on. So we'll just go through and we'll show you what's happened during the last week. Alright, we'll start with the strawberries this week. This one on the top, I don't know why, all the rest have seemed to have made flowers, this one hasn't. Even though it's at the top, it's getting plenty of water. The soil, I haven't watered them today. The soil's still pretty damp, but I'm sure it'll get some flowers soon enough. These ones here, these strawberries are developing quite nicely. So I've got that one there, so they're doing pretty well. This one here, getting some fruit on it. They're only just small at the moment. They're getting fruit. This one's got flowers, and this one over here has got flowers as well, with strawberries coming on. So strawberries are going pretty well. The chooks are noisy, I think they want some strawberries. Alright, this capsicum is going alright, just this pansy keeps falling over it. But yeah, it's doing fine. I don't really expect them to take off just yet. It is a reasonably warm day today for spring, so it's probably about, I don't know, 23 or something like that, I think. 23 degrees Celsius, so as the weather starts getting warmer, it'll take off. Lettuce is still going gangbusters. I haven't used any of that yet. Perhaps I'll pick some of that today for lunch and have it on a sandwich. This one here is still doing very poorly, so yeah, it's just strange. It's getting plenty of water. It's not getting any more or less water than the other one. Well, I think someone mentioned in last week's update that it might be the difference between terracotta retaining the warmth at night and the black plastic not retaining the warmth at night, making the difference. So perhaps that could be right. Carrots are going well. You can see there's plenty of carrots coming up. Not really at the stage where I want to thin them. I usually like them to get a bit bigger before I start thinning them. Maybe get a bit of a, rather than pulling them when they're totally unusable, maybe pulling some of them when they're just baby carrots and being able to use them. So I'll just wait a little while before I pull them. Got eggplant here, that's still doing well. Like the capsicum, I don't really expect it to take off until we get more consistent warm weather. So we'll just keep waiting for that one. These cucumbers, they don't seem to be doing all that well. Maybe they just need warm weather as well. We did have, I think Friday last week was when we had snow. So things got pretty cold overnight, perhaps a little bit of leaf damage from that. Maybe that stunted it a little bit. I would have thought it would have started taking off a bit more by now, but I think they'll do alright. The other eggplant, again, it'll take off when things get warmer. The lime tree's doing pretty well. Again, got flowers on it all over the place. Some flowers up there as well. So it's going pretty well. There's more there, so it's going fairly well. Seems to like getting a lot more sun, and we had like rocks just mulching the top of it before, but we've got bark mulch here, which for fruit trees I believe wood chip mulch, bark mulch is much better because it breaks down by a fungal process, and the fungal in the soil that breaks down the mulch seems to have a better relationship with fruit trees than something that's more a compost based mulch, which breaks down by bacterial processes. And that's better for things like vegetables and your annual plants and those sorts of things. But trees do much better in a fungal environment. Anyway, this is the Roma tomato. It's going really well. It's actually, I think it's grown quite a bit in the last week. It's getting to the stage where I'm really going to have to start getting some support on it, or it's going to start laying down. It shouldn't do too bad because it is a bush type variety, so it should stand up pretty well. But I'll get it some support nonetheless. Blueberries, they're doing well. Coming along with flowers, so I think those flowers have developed quite a bit in the last week. Still got a few more on the end here, and the foliage is looking pretty good. Ginger and galangal, they haven't come up yet, but they are a tropical plant. They'll come up when it gets a bit warmer. Chives are doing well. Still got these flowers on them, so haven't taken any of that off yet. The asparagus, still going well. Like I said before, I'm not expecting to get anything from that this season. Next season, after the crown's had a chance to develop and strengthen up, that's when I'll get some sort of production out of that. So that's more of a long-term perennial thing in terms of the balcony garden. It's the ginger and galangal again. The beans are doing well. they're going to need their bush beans as well, so they shouldn't need too much of the support, but they'll still need some support, otherwise they'll start going across other plants and maybe choke them out. So I'll get some support onto them soon, but they're starting to develop the sort of climbing parts, you can see there. So they will start producing in not too long. The potatoes finally got some sprouts coming through. That's only sort of happened in the last week or so. So I'll have to keep an eye on them and start piling dirt on top as they grow. So that's good. We'll have potatoes coming along in a few months. The other capsicum, so just the same, when the weather warms up it'll start coming on. Cherry tomatoes, they're coming on alright, so they're growing on well. And the herbs still going well. Probably need to start harvesting some of this coriander. Even the thyme could use a bit of a harvest. It's starting to spill over the pot, which looks pretty nice. And the oregano, I mean, definitely if we wanted any of them, parsley, oregano, thyme, coriander, could definitely harvest them at any time. Maybe it's worth taking some off and drying it for later on. Yeah, certainly if you're in a balcony garden, it would be worth harvesting some of that from time to time, just to keep them small and stop them bolting too much to flower. And just drying it, whether you do it in a food dehydrator or in the sun, hang it up in a, not in the sun, hang it up in a shaded area, something like that, and yeah, keep it for times when you're short of herbs in the garden, in the pots. So it's always a good thing to do if you've got a bit of excess, if you can preserve it somehow. It helps for those lean times. Alright, so that's this week's update for week number 5. Everything is going pretty much as you expect it to go. Yeah, like I said, still haven't harvested anything, although I could easily, well and truly, harvest lettuce and herbs by now. And like I said, lunchtime today, I might pull some of that lettuce off and have some on a sandwich with some tomato and tuna or something like that. I haven't decided what I'm going to have for lunch yet. Anyway, that's it for now, and until next time, happy productive gardening. Bye.